as for break, let's not go on too long. So if we say 10 seconds for your announcements, please keep them to 10 seconds or else we're going to have to escort you off stage. So yeah.
So tomorrow, during our PATH time, we'll gather in here for convocation. We'll be thinking about the Martin Luther King holiday that's coming up and all the things that he has stood for. Thinking a little bit about the ongoing struggles people have for acceptance and tolerance and equal treatment in our society. We'll have a very, very brief presentation, but mostly we're going to ask for people to tell stories. So if you have stories you want to share with us that you have experienced, that you know about in the matter of acceptance, tolerance, equal rights, we'd love to hear from you. So we'll gather in here at 10:05, 10:10 tomorrow.
Your absence has gone through me like thread through a needle. Everything I do is stitched with its color. Poetry Out Loud is a national poetry recitation contest sponsored by the National Endowment of the Arts, with opportunities for students to compete at the school level, the regional level, the state level, and then the national competition. If you would like to put a poem to memory and compete in the York competition for Poetry Out Loud, please visit the Poetry Out Loud website or speak with your English teacher or come see me. We will be holding our York competition at the end of the month, and you will have an opportunity to compete at the regional level if you are chosen as the finalist or the runner-up in the middle of February. Hope that some of you will sign up. Thank you.
I have two different announcements this morning. One is I need 4 to 5 students who are still in need of volunteer hours. I have an opportunity on March 6th at Cabrillo College. If you are interested, it would be about 4 to 5 of the 10 I believe that you need. My office is directly across from Mr. Herman's office. You can find me in there and come see me at lunch whenever you have it free. I also have another volunteer opportunity, but it is in-house hours. For the auction, we are going to be making hundreds, if not maybe a couple thousand, of these beautiful little rosettes made out of books, pages. And I have patterns in my office. If you're interested, I'm willing to give in-house hours, and I do have that approved by Ms. Stanford. And we need lots of help, so please come see me. Thank you.
One of my favorite things about break is the opportunity to introduce and recognize guests among us, because the York community loves to have people come to our sunny hilltop and share our joy. And as most of you know, and some of you know very up close and personal, we have guests from China, 8 students and a chaperone. And if you have not met them or had the opportunity to get to know them, at least we'll give you this moment to see their faces. Would the 8 of you with Chinese students please stand up? And the rest of you join me in welcome.
It's a nice welcome, and we're happy to be here and to share 3 weeks with you all. Thank you very much.
And you can sit down, but you can stand up if you want. Sorry. And in the back, a couple of longtime friends of the school, Julia Foster and David Bates. David's mother was a member of the Board of Trustees for many years, so the family has been a part of the York community for a long time. We were honored not only by her long service to the school, but also that the family chose York as the place for a celebration of her great and long life. And we have an endowment for financial aid that is named after her. So very good friends of the school, very important to us, their family and their legacy. Welcome.
Time changes all things. People, places, beliefs. Very little is permanent in our fluid world of change. And for precisely this reason, I have learned to take advantage of every moment, every day, knowing that it may vanish into the past. Of course, learning this lesson came at a price. In the spring of my 8th grade year, I was reviewing my notes on Archimedes' principle, preparing for the next day's science test. One section was still a bit fuzzy, but I hesitated talking with the teacher. For one thing, he was a little intimidating, and subconsciously I had this sinking dread that he would ridicule me for not understanding the lesson while everyone else clearly did. And so, instead of swallowing my bloated pride and seeking help, I did poorly in the following day's exam. From this experience, I learned a valuable lesson. Now, in many situations such as that one, fear inhibited my judgment, coaxing me to ignore the best possibility in exchange for a lesser one. Fear of embarrassment, fear of failure. I believe it's different for each individual. But I do think there is one thing that we all have in common, and that is if we can overcome this obstacle, fear, or at least recognize it, our goals become much more attainable. Although I've learned, forgotten, and relearned this lesson countless times, I can also remember one particular moment when a mentor shared this knowledge with me. Last January, my basketball coach was driving the JV team to a game. Along the way, the discussion turned philosophical. And in a slightly crude manner, our coach told us one of his personal beliefs, explaining the difference between wishful thinking and action. To paraphrase him, dreaming about success can create false illusions of satisfaction, but we will accomplish nothing unless we have the motivation and the courage to pursue our dreams. So, as I said before, our fears are often the sole obstacle that hold us back from our goals and desires. Our natural response is to do nothing and wish for an easy solution to the problem. If we are to succeed, we must resist this temptation and push past our comfort zones and our own self-contrived limitations, because as time marches forward, every second matters.
Speaking of speeches, I want to tell you guys that I'm starting up a new club, and this club is called Speech Club. The point of this club is so that people can come and improve their public speaking skills and to make them more comfortable in front of audiences. We can help you either reach comfort or fake comfort. We're going to be going through different series of tips on different things regarding public speaking that cover anything from improv or how not to look so stiff in front of an audience. Speech Club is to give you a comfortable place, either to learn or maybe even practice speaking in front of a small group and possibly going further with it. And you don't have to be a regular to it. Actually, you can come just once and we won't think any less of you. We're going to be meeting in room 8, and it's going to be on E-Days. The first meeting is this Thursday, so feel free to come. Another thing is that the Philippine Fund is still going. We have 2.5 weeks, and the donation box is going to stay there for those 2.5 weeks. Every dollar that you turn in with your name on it is worth 1 raffle ticket. And whoever wins the raffle gets to pick my haircut. I want to make the point that I am not opposed to bleaching, dyeing my hair, or shaving it really short and writing names and stuff on it. And I can advertise as well. I'm actually not opposed to having basic symbols written on there so long as they're not racist or phallic. So please support the Philippines and donate to the Philippine Fund.
Basketball girls, we have a game today, so meet at the vans at 4:15 dressed and ready, and don't forget to wear your red uniforms. Yeah.
Girls soccer had a game yesterday against Kirby and we won 3-0.
And Laura scored 1 goal and Claire scored 2.
Guys soccer also had a game on Friday, and we also have a game today. We have a game today against Greenfield at Greenfield at 5:30. So guys, we also have Gonzalez. Sorry, yeah, Gonzalez. My bad. Jeez. speed. But make sure you dress out either at work jobs or you can do it in the van. It's a long drive, so do it.
Hey guys, if you're going to Ashland, you need to get the permission slips signed and turned in to Miss Reese and Miss Sherry. Thanks.
So if any of you are interested in volunteering at the aquarium, we are having a little info meeting at lunch on Thursday in a room.
Yeah, so we have flyers. We're going to be posting up flyers today, so just check that, and that's going to be where the room number is. If you have any questions, again, ask Rolf.
He's more than happy to answer any questions you have.
And if every single aquarium guide could meet us right outside after break, that'd be awesome. Thanks.
Also, this E-Day, I don't know, it's the E-Day break as well. I've had a lot of conflicts in the past, but Yearbook's going to have a meeting at lunch for all like artists, illustrators that are interested in like contributing like art to the yearbook. So if you're interested, like want to do that, come to the Mac Lab, Charlotte, Rosalie, yeah.
Unless there's something else.
Unless something else going on, you can come to Mac Lab at lunch on E-Day. So yeah, but good class.